It's a busy weekday morning at this Mitre 10 in the outer Brisbane suburb of Jimboomba.
How are you today, man?
Owner David Woodman is on the floor.
You got everything you need, nothing else?
His family has been in the hardware business for 90 years. He's owned this Mitre 10 since 2018.
It's very well arranged, it's well priced, it's well stocked. We're competitive on pricing, but above all, we offer a really genuine service.
But this store is now under threat.
Bunnings have bought the property next door and they've advertised or put in the newspapers that they're going to build a 15,000 plus square metre box next door to us.
To put that into perspective, that's at least 8 times bigger than David's store. Plans approved by Logoworks City Council show that new Bunnings will take up this entire block, with a main warehouse, a garden centre, a timber yard, and a car park for more than 370 vehicles. There are already 3 well-established Bunnings within a 30-kilometre radius. And in Greater Brisbane, there's more than a dozen others.
If Bunnings open here, what impact will it have on your business?
Look, just based on our past experience, it's not going to be good. We think that it'll affect our sales to the point where we'll end up losing profits, and being a small family business, we can't sustain that, so we'll probably end up shutting the store.
What do you think it means that they're setting up next door?
Well, look, I think it really only means one thing, that they really want to put us out of business. They know from other sites that that's what happens. And so I can only imagine that's their plan.
Does it feel predatory?
By definition, I think that's what it is. Certainly that's the way it feels anyway.
And it's not just his Mitre 10 that could be impacted.
Bunnings have a very broad range. So stores like pool supply companies, like mower shops, other timber merchants and paint shops, plumbing shops, they'll all be affected.
You don't have to drive far to see what it means. I'm just coming past the site entrance of Bunnings, and as you can see, it's absolutely massive. Just up here, it's colossal.
Here, there's a plumbing supply store. Behind that, a shop selling materials. And over the road is a business selling building materials.
Okay, so just heading back out on the main road.
Here, there's a blind shop, a landscaping supply store. That's not to mention the water pump shop, the business selling chainsaws, and the pool supply store.
All these businesses will be affected by Bunnings in town.
Some say the hardware giant's arrival could benefit their business, while others are deeply concerned. Bunnings declined an on-camera interview with Four Corners, but in the statement said its new store will bring more choice and competition and provide local jobs when it opens next year. David Woodman believes consumers will lose out if he's forced to shut.
Bunnings, they don't carry all the same brands as we do. So once we go, customers are going to lose access to all those brands. It's all about choice. It's about choice of service. It's about choice of range.
While there's little to stop Bunnings setting up next to Dave Woodman's Mitre 10, the hardware giant likes to prevent others from moving onto its turf. Emails seen by Four Corners show Bunnings locks out its rivals from prime retail locations. In 2021, one rival was keen to open a store in this new retail precinct on the Gold Coast. Owners be told that Bunnings had an exclusivity clause in its leasing agreement.
Tools cannot be accommodated due to Bunnings' exclusivity.
And it's not just on the Gold Coast. In the same year, a rival tried to open a store in the outer Melbourne suburb of Melton, only to be told,
Unfortunately, Bunnings have put a restriction clause on the development for all tool operators.
then last year it came up against the same restriction on the New South Wales Central Coast.
Unfortunately, Bunnings have exclusivity centre for tools.
Bunnings says such arrangements are only used on select occasions to protect its investment, and that these usually only last 10 years. In 2009, regulator the ACCC forced Coles and Woolworths to end the use of these exclusivity clauses because they inhibit competition. Next year, the regulator will have new powers to scrutinise land acquisitions and leases, but these won't apply retrospectively. Bunnings was not always so dominant. It began life as a WA timber company prior to federation. In the early 1960s, it expanded into retail, only opening its first warehouse in 1994.
At Mitre we have all the tools, the timber and materials you need.
Then, with around 10% market share, Mitre 10 was the dominant player, and there were hundreds of local independents. The superstore concept was yet to be tested.
This new Mitre 10 store may soon be in battle against the Bunnings superstore being created just now. I believe the well-run, smaller, owner-operated store will always be able to compete.
That Mitre 10 store in Melbourne no longer exists. In the decades since, Bunnings has expanded aggressively. In 1993, it took over McEwen's Hardware. Then in 2001, it moved on BBC Hardware, before trading as Hardware House, giving it a national footprint. Competition regulator, the ACCC, waved through the deal without a single objection. As the new millennium began, Bunnings had $1.4 billion in sales across 47 stores. Today, its revenue is 13 times that, across a massive empire. As well as 310 warehouses, it has specialist tile and tool chains, acquired with no objection from the ACCC. For consumers, part of the Bunnings appeal is its heavily promoted price match guarantee.
Inspired this deal after July and get it done for less.
$159.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%.
I've just purchased the same ladder.
Thank you for
What
watching.
I'm wondering is, could I have found it cheaper somewhere else?
Hello everyone,
Bunnings
this
tells
is
us
Franco
you
Yap.
find a cheaper price.
Sorry for the background. So this design is basically all about uh, a real estate design, a real estate business. The concept is line art. Uh, uh, this approach is mainly with strokes such as this, lines, the text. Uh, One of my clients suggested to make a to make some words, some uh, typeface with a combination of line art design, and I have run through some sketches, drawings. Uh, After this one, after the rough sketches, uh, I went through different kinds of strokes, such as this. The transformations, the transformations until it becomes such as this. me show you where it transforms. So from this to this. Okay. So this is my logo process. Uh, Usually I don't erase my uh, all of my uh, rough concepts. I just put it here. So once I have the final logo, uh, I put uh, I organize everything, all of my rough concepts, and put it as a story, like explaining it to the client, the transformation, until it becomes something like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Join us again for another design showcase here in Logoworks by Franco Yap.